Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, comrades on the YouTube, and to my family and the love of my life. Good morning, my babe. Won't be talking to her for a couple hours because it's still early here I'm in Nebraska, Wood River, and welcome to the Clydesdale Reefer Truckin Show. Okay. Lots going on. Last time I spoke to y'all, it was about 5 days ago. It's now Tuesday, the 5th of February. I have a delivery tomorrow evening now. Well, wait, why tomorrow evening, Clydesdale? What the hell happened? Wyoming. That's what happened. Wyoming, man. Wintertime Wyoming, I hate it. I was about 485 miles or so down the road from my my pickup in Salem, and I was getting into Evanston, Wyoming, and up above on the electronic road sign, the damn thing said that the road was closed in 8 miles and exit Evanston. Oh, and it was snowing. There's no doubt about it. It was definitely getting it. I didn't think it was too bad, at least where I was, but they said there were visibility issues up ahead, was what I read. So I ended up having to pull out, and I went to, tried to get to a Flying J there, and the first, westernmost, there's two Flying J, well, Flying J and a Pilot. The Flying J where I tried to go to was full, but I found a parking spot across the street right next to a building. Pretty decent spot, though. I mean, everybody could get by me, and it was storming like Norman. So you kind of cram yourself wherever you can, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what I did. So it worked out. We stayed there overnight and woke up the next morning, blizzard. I mean, the snow was sideways. I mean, it was real snow. I mean, a lot of times in Wyoming, it snows there, and it's really powdery. I don't even think you can make a snowball out of it. It's dry. It's really light, and the wind was howling, but the flakes were really big. I mean, they were big flakes, and a lot of times in Wyoming, it's so cold that they're not big flakes, and there's not a lot of moisture in it, and it's very powdery, and it blows everywhere. And that's what was happening. It was blowing all over the place. So I had to make a call, man. I called Caldwell, talked to the lovely Melinda. I'm like, I ain't going anywhere. I'm sitting here in a blizzard right now, so I'm going to have to make a judgment call here. And I said, how are you about giving advice? And I said, I'm not feeling it right now. It's nasty out here. I mean, really nasty. And she said, the last thing we want you to do is put that thing in a ditch. And we don't want you to get hurt. We don't care about the load. I mean, obviously we care about the load. Let's not be stupid about it, okay? But at the same time, safety is numero uno at Leonard's Express, and I'm appreciative of that. There's no pressure. You're the captain of the ship. They tell you this over and over again. There is no argument. We'll change your damn appointment. We'd rather change your appointment than call a tow truck and a wrecker to get you out of a ditch, and hopefully you're okay. They don't want me to be hurt. They don't want the load to be hurt. They don't want the truck to be hurt. Obviously, I'm numero uno, but there's also a truck that I'm driving that is their asset, and it's got a load on. You know, I'm hauling all kinds of frozen vegetables today on my way to Melrose Park, Illinois. So I'm still on the same load. It changed my appointment. It's still tomorrow. I was always slated for the 6th, but my 6th appointment was at 3 a.m. I hate those. Now it's at 6:30 p.m. Good. Better. I mean, it's not the best option in the world. I'd like to, noon is great, but whatever. It affords me an ability to be able to stay with my brother and that the Chicago faction of the family. You know what I mean? So looking forward to that. Speaking of that, so I had a little text exchange with my brother last night, and he sent me a message about how there was a huge tangle up on I-84, which is really like one of my home interstates. Speaking of which, it was west of Mountain Home, and there were a lot of trucks and cars involved in it. I don't know about any injuries or fatalities. The photos that I saw, I didn't see any Leonard's Express trucks in it, but I can't guarantee that didn't happen. The view that I had was kind of a distant one, and the reporter that was talking about it sounded like an Idaho guy. Didn't even talk about what caused it. Was it a visibility issue? Because it's not unusual to have fog in that area. It's not unusual to have heavy snow in that area, and it's certainly not unusual for it to be icy in that area. I broke traction around there a couple of months ago. My trailer went to sliding to my right, like it was just on its own mission. So there's a video about that. It was a little nerve-wracking. Just a sheet of ice, trucks in the ditch and so forth, and that was around Mountain Home. So it does happen there, but it's unfortunate it turned into a big fiasco, and so many vehicles and big trucks were involved in that. Hope everybody's okay. But we'll soon find out. I'm going to keep myself posted up on that one and see if we can get a more thorough report than this dope that was trying to tell me about. I mean, anybody can see there's cars and trucks crashed. Guy, you're a reporter. I'm thinking maybe we can get a little more information out of you. Oh, look at all these cars crashed. Anyways, sports, back to you. Come on, man. Lay it down. Let's hear what happened. So anyway, on my way to Manuka today. I'm about 500 and some odd miles from there. And then, I don't know, another 40 or 50 miles from my appointment tomorrow. So, should be okay. Leave about probably 3:30 tomorrow afternoon from Manuka and head up to Melrose Park. And you're thinking, Jesus, dude, it's pretty early to be leaving for a 6:30 appointment to go 50 miles. Yeah, but it's also Chicago. So I need to make sure that I'm, covered. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be late again. You know what I mean? I'm already going to be about 12, 15 and a half hours late than the first appointment, even though the appointment's been changed. I don't want to screw that up. So I got to try and be on time best I can. From the reviews that I've read for this place, it's a nightmare. Checking in's a nightmare. Waiting to get unloaded is a nightmare. And, lumpers are a nightmare. It's capstone, so it's not. Some capstones are really good, man. I've had capstones that were great. And I've had a lot of capstones that sucked. And apparently this is one of those. So once I get through the check-in process, which sounds like it's just stupid, we'll deal with it. I haven't seen anything that says that my Wisconsin appointment has been adjusted, or if I'm still going to Wisconsin to pick up that load and take it down to Jacksonville, Florida. So anyway, weather yesterday was great. Personal best, another personal best, man. 703 miles I did yesterday. First time I've cracked 700. I don't like Nebraska. Nebraska is a desolate, vast, flat place. I mean, there's not a lot of trees. There's not, there's just not a whole bunch of, bitchin' scenery to help, pass the time and enjoy looking at. But I'll tell you what you can do in Nebraska. You can hammer down. Okay, this truck will only go 68 miles an hour, unless I'm going downhill. But there's not a lot of downhills in Nebraska. So once I got through the wee bit of weather that I had to deal with out of Evanston yesterday, some ice on the roads yesterday early on in my trip, but about 40 miles into my trip, man, even in Wyoming, it was hammered down. I mean, the western Wyoming was the one that was getting hammered. So I got with it, man. I'm going to tell you what. And sure enough, man, we knocked it out. Hell yeah. Fantastic. 700 miles. You can, as I said, man, no traffic, none. I was unabated. Hammer down. So it's what we did, and we're glad to be able to do it, man, because I knocked out some miles yesterday. It was fantastic. 703 miles. Come on, man. That's very unusual. Very unusual, and I don't expect to ever do that again, honestly, unless it's through here, So, but yeah, anyway, so we did really, really good. I was really glad to be able to get in 700. New personal best, 703, baby. So, yeah, that's about it right now. So I'm starting off in about I'll be out of here in about 15 minutes. I was an hour ahead of schedule. I don't know how I screwed that up, man. When I start getting into different time zones, it's a good thing I was not an hour late. That would really piss me off. But it ended up being an hour early. So anyway, whatever. Looking forward to seeing the family later. Hopefully I can get a parking spot in Manuka. But we're gonna hammer down. We're coming up on our 10-hour mark in 3 minutes. So I'll start the clock. And I've already done my pre-trip. I always do my pre-trip early, and then I can do paperwork or whatever I got to do. In that 10-minute deal, they want to see 10 minutes of inspection, which I already did. So, which is whatever. That's fine. It's done. It's done well. I don't play around with pre-trips, man. I check everything. So anyway, that's that. And I do thank you. Next time we're going to speak about what it takes to get hired on at Leonard's Express. 10-4? 10-4. You do know who love you. We're swiveling. We're swiveling here. You know what I mean? I'm in Nebraska, so it's not really that big of a deal, but you just got to keep a swivel going on here. I'm in a pink zone. It's okay, though. I swivel because it's important to. You know what I mean? Keep your head up. Look around. See what people are doing. This is not a safe time of our lives in this country. So put your head up. Swivel it. You know what I mean? Watch your back. You do know who love you. It's your boy Clydesdale. We're reefer trucking with Leonard's Express, and we're happy about doing it. You know what I mean? I'm always ready to go home. Even the second day I'm out, I'm ready to go home. But whatever. We're doing it. Leonard's Express. You do what you do, okay? Say hi to somebody. Peace.